I'm Kostya Kimlat, a business-focused magician specializing in sleight-of-hand magic. My company trains and books magicians around the world for all kinds of corporate events. Over the years, I started to see the connections between the art of magic and the craft of business. A sale, just like a magic trick, happens in the customer's mind. It's all about perception. And that means human interaction. How do we communicate? Those are the real secrets of magic. Great magic doesn't strive to fool you so that you believe in something. Great magic reminds you to be careful about what you believe in. And that's why it can be so helpful to think like a magician.
Next performer has been known to teach businessmen to think like a magician, like they need any help in making people's money disappear. Will you please welcome Kostya Kimlat.
Thank you very, very much. It's an absolute pleasure to be here with all of you in the theater and everyone watching at home. Penn&Teller, I'd like to show you something special using a pack of playing cards. Will you please join me so you can watch closely? Everyone, welcome Penn&Teller. So, ladies and gentlemen, what a pleasure. So nice, so nice. So please have a seat, relax. In a moment, you're going to help me shuffle these cards. Now, I found that how people shuffle cards depends on which part of the world they've come from. Now, we have 52 playing cards. We've taken the jokers out. Now, I don't know if you have a preferred way of shuffling the cards, but I'd like to give you about half the cards, and I'd like you to mix those up as much as you like. And you can mix them up, too. Maybe you can help me do this. Can you wash them here on the table like this? Yeah. Now, the hardest part, of course, is collecting all those cards. So we're going to square all of these cards up. And you feel those are pretty well shuffled for yourself as well? Thank you, Teller. I'm going to spread these face up. And then I'm going to do kind of a crazy shuffle, okay? I'm going to turn these face down. And I'm going to shuffle them together. But before I push them in, I want you to see the state that they're in. All right? Very well mixed up. And then, Teller, if you would take your hand and place it like this for me, if you would. Yeah. And then can you place your hand, place it above, and press the cards together. That way you not only see them and all the way down the line, you actually feel them being shuffled. And all the way, working so effortlessly as you do together. Awesome.
We're such a team.
You are. I love it. Perfect shuffle.
You should see us shampoo together.
Now look, would you agree those are really well mixed?
Yeah, I would, okay. Unfortunately, yeah.
Now I'll say this. There is only one other shuffle that mixes the cards in a more thorough way. And this is a shuffle that is preferred by children and drunks. Like that, okay? Now, look, we even drop some on the floor. It doesn't matter. The cards are completely mixed up. In fact, why don't you guys get in there? Feel like a kid again. I want you to go ahead, turn them over, mix up, face down, do whatever you like. Give them a nice little mix. You feel pretty good about that?
Actually, it's starting to make me feel worse and worse.
Oh, okay. Pretty good. Okay, cool. So we'll collect them. That's fine. That's perfect. I'm going to gather up the cards together. And gentlemen, this is my favorite part. Even though the cards have been thoroughly mixed. Look.
I'm going to break your hands.
No. Even though they're mixed, I'm going to find your two cards, which is really impressive because you haven't even picked them yet.
That's true.
I get excited by the shuffling, okay? So let's do this here. I'll go through here, face up or face down. Here's what I like you to do. Reach in there and grab one out, face up or face down. I know, it's your choice. It's absolutely your choice. Face up, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I got it. Truthfully, it doesn't matter what the card is. If I know it, it's okay. What matters is which way you take it out. So would you please reach in there, take another one for me if you would? And you've got another one face up. Very nice. The three of clubs. I love it. So now, gentlemen, you can put the card back in. You remembered it. You showed it to the camera. You can put it back in any way you like, face up or face down. It's completely up to you. Yeah, slide it in there. Absolutely. So you see it going in. And which way? Do you want to put it back in face up or
face down? Great.
Slide it right in there for me if you would. So look, we'll even leave it sticking out so you see it there up until the very last moment. Now look, at this point, some cards are face up, some cards are face down. Look, I'm not even going to touch them. I'm just gonna let them sit there. And if I let them sit there, they start to move all on their own. They start to turn over. So now every card is facing the right way. Every card is now face up, except for one. Except for two, the only two. And hopefully, lucky for me, they are your two cards.
Kostya Kimlat, ladies and gentlemen. Gentlemen, you can take your seats and you've taken the cards with you. Is that okay?
It is absolutely okay.
Of course it's okay.
Take a few of them. I think we've got a rough idea how this might be heading, but come and join me around the front here.
Thank you.
Let the guys sit down. Ladies and gentlemen, how spectacular was that? And you know, who doesn't love to see Penn pissed off like that? I mean, he's in a terrible mood now, but that was really quite special indeed. This trick, is this one that you've come up with? Or
Yes, it is.
Okay,
absolutely.
So,
yeah, you know, some magicians, we create the magic. That's what we love to do. Absolutely.
So really, the chance of them getting this, certainly, if they do, it will be having seen it for this first time, not knowing similar tricks in the past.
Absolutely right.
Now, I'm hoping that you will be back here on stage performing with them. Would that mean a lot to you? Are you a fan of these guys?
Oh, absolutely. I've been a fan for such a long time, and it's a pleasure. I mean, to be back here in Vegas on the stage would be wonderful.
I think we're ready to hear your verdict. Mr. Penn and Mr. Teller, what do you have to say?
Okay. I want to say right up front, I hate you. Let's get that out of the way. There is a bias here. I hated the way you looked. I hated the way you cleanly handled the deck of cards. I hated that I knew the punchline when you started. I hated that it was clean all the way through. I hated that I should have known it. I hated it from the moment you walked out. I tell you, when I saw him sitting there with his beady little eyes, I wanted you as dead as a hammer.
I feel the love. Thank you.
Right there. No, you don't feel any love. You feel nothing but hate. I knew you were going to fool me from the moment I saw you sitting there, and yes, you did, but who cares? You're the big dumb guy. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. No, it's not. 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 Stop it.
No, hold it.
Stop. Shut up. Shut up. Bring that back into the air.
Hold it. You didn't... Okay,
Bring that back up.
Put it back. Put it back.
You fooled me. You know for a fact that it's hard to say the word big without covering it with dumb. You fooled the big dumb guy. That doesn't mean jack. 2/3 of the people on here fool the big dumb guy. When you bring that thing down, when you say fooler, 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 is when you fool Teller. And Teller handled the cards, and he looked at it, and he thought about it, and you fooled him. You fooled him. Never bring it down. Now it's a fool.
Wow. Here comes...
Hope you choke on it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the fabulous Kostya Kimlat, ladies and gentlemen. He did it. He fooled Penn&Teller. Nice job. Great job. Well done.